Well, you're here because you filled out a survey about a guy and he scored a C. In many important ways, this guy is falling short. Welcome to the Strong Brew, where you get answers to questions you're not supposed to ask. These are some things you may want to know about the man in your life. If you do really well in your career, will he become insecure? Will he try and use money to control you? Will he share housework or just make you do it all? In fights, when he gets angry, does he get aggressive? During intimacy, does he understand that no means no? Is he jealous, suspicious, or possessive? Will his attitude towards you change after having kids? Will he treat your parents with respect? What if you have conflicts with his parents? We tell you what you need to hear, not what you want to hear. These are things nobody else will tell you, things that are important for your future. This is a safe space for truth. No judgment, no platitudes, no login, no payment either. Our questions are from real life, but our answers come from science. Now, I built this thing, me and my husband, and honestly, we built it and we live it. We are both Stanford grads, we both have worked at Google, and we've been happily together since 1998. Along the way, we've added a son, now 13, and 4 dogs. We are genuine folks. If you're a woman trying to understand any man in your life, here is how it works. Go to www.thestrongbrew.life. Click on the Understand a Guy button there. Answer 10 questions about him. Watch a video tailored to your guy. That's all there is to it. It is completely anonymous, no login, no payment, no games, no manipulation. This analysis is obtained by combining solid trait psychology with cutting edge AI ML. We represent each person's personality with what is known as a feature vector. This has 10 elements, so our data is effectively 10 dimensional data. In case you're wondering how we can infer so much from just 10 questions, well, 10 dimensional data is very complex. There is a lot you can learn from that level of detail.
Okay, I think that does it for the preamble. Now let's plunge in. Let's start with this guy in his career. Will he go far or just talk big?
He is much more likely to just talk big rather than truly move forward in his career. His energy goes into dreaming and speaking with confidence, but he struggles with sticking to routines or putting in steady effort. If you depend on him for stability or long term plans, you may end up disappointed.
Can he bounce back from failure?
When things go wrong at work, he's likely to react with anger or frustration rather than calmly solving problems. He might get loud, blame others, or even pick fights instead of finding a solution. He doesn't stay down for long, but the storm he creates can affect everyone around him.
What do people at work think of him? Do they like him?
He tends to have a rough time getting along with people at work. His sharp words and quick temper can make it hard for others to like or trust him. Instead of building friendships, he pushes people away with his directness and mood swings.
If you do really well in your career, will he become insecure?
He may find your success tough to handle. Instead of being happy for you, he might get jealous or even lash out with angry words. He's not likely to clap for you openly or say kind things about your hard work.
What if you start earning more than him?
Yes, there is a good chance he will resent you or feel insecure if you earn more than him. He might not say it directly, but you could sense his frustration in arguments or cold behavior. His wounded pride can come out in hurtful ways, making home life tense.
Next, let's talk about how he is with money. Does he overspend? Is he reckless with money?
He is not careful with money. He tends to spend easily and doesn't plan much or keep track of expenses. When problems with money come up, he could get annoyed or blame others instead of taking responsibility.
Does he show off and pretend to be richer than he is?
He often tries to look richer than he really is. He likes showing off, buying flashy things, or talking about expensive plans, even if his wallet doesn't match the talk. This can lead to money problems and stress down the road.
Is he too generous, too stingy, or just right?
He is quite open handed and generous, especially when it comes to helping others or showing he cares. If someone needs help, he's quick to offer support, sometimes giving more than he really can afford. His kindness is genuine, but it's not always backed by careful thinking or planning.
Will he use money to try and control you?
He is not really secretive or controlling about money, but he also isn't very organized or responsible. He might leave out details, not to hide things, but because he doesn't keep track or care about planning. Instead of being open with careful explanations, he may shrug off questions or make excuses if money is tight.
Let's see how this guy is with sharing housework. Will he share housework or just make you do it?
He probably feels that housework isn't just your job, but he's not someone who will take full responsibility or step in regularly. He may help out now and then, or if you ask, but don't expect him to share the load fully without reminders. His efforts may come in bursts, not steady teamwork.
Will he help you or just boss you around and tell you what to do?
He's more likely to help by giving instructions or watching over your shoulder than actually getting his hands dirty with chores or diapers. If he does pitch in, it might be for show or in front of others rather than day to day support. This can leave you feeling like you are doing the real work alone while he stands aside.
Now let's see about how this guy is during fights. In fights, does he try to understand your views or just win the fight?
He usually argues just to prove he's right, rather than truly trying to understand your side. When there's a disagreement, he can be quick to talk over you or become defensive, focusing on winning the argument instead of finding a solution together. Instead of listening calmly, he's more likely to get worked up and push his viewpoint strongly.
Does he become aggressive when angry?
When he's angry, he can lose his cool and say hurtful things or act in an aggressive way. He doesn't always think before speaking, and sharp words or raised voices are common. If you're looking for a partner who manages his temper well, this is an important red flag to consider.
Does he have a bad temper?
Yes, he is the kind of man who gets angry very quickly. His temper can flare up over small things, leading to fights or hurtful words before cooling down. This is not something to brush aside or ignore.
Will he say sorry and accept his mistakes?
He struggles to say sorry and take responsibility for his actions. When things go wrong, he often blames you or the situation instead of admitting his own mistakes. This can make you feel unheard and carry the emotional burden alone.
Next, let's talk about intimacy and physical chemistry. During intimacy, does he respect your boundaries? Does he get that no means no?
He may have trouble fully respecting your boundaries, especially if he doesn't get his way. If you say no, he might try to argue, persuade, or guilt you into changing your mind instead of accepting your answer right away. If you feel pressured or not truly heard, please take it seriously and protect your boundaries.
If you are not in the mood for intimacy, will he react badly?
Yes, he is likely to take it personally if you're not in the mood for intimacy. Instead of understanding and giving you space, he may get upset, complain, or even make you feel guilty. This can lead to pressure or arguments, making you feel uncomfortable or misunderstood.
Can you trust him not to shame you or share your private moments, maybe love letters, photos, or videos, even after a breakup or a bad fight?
You might have reasons to worry about trusting him with your private moments. When he's angry or upset, he could bring up intimate details to win an argument or make you feel bad. This is not only hurtful but can also damage trust deeply over time.
Is he loyal or is he likely to want to have affairs?
He is easily distracted by other women and may not be fully committed to one person. His attention can wander, especially if he feels bored or wants excitement. Trust can become an ongoing issue as his need for praise and newness can lead him to risky choices.
Will he be jealous, suspicious, and try to control you?
Yes, he is very likely to be over possessive. He may act jealous, question where you are, who you're talking to, or get upset if you spend time with others. He could try to control what you wear, where you go, or even who you call or message.
This guy says he is protective in a good way. Is he actually just being possessive?
Yes, with him, what might look like a protective nature is really just being controlling. He may say he worries about your safety or wants the best for you, but his actions cross the line, telling you what to do, where you can go, and who you can see. This controlling behavior can slowly take away your freedom and confidence.
Now, on to the topic of kids and how this guy will be as a father. If you guys have kids, will he make you do most of the work?
He is likely to expect you to do most of the work when it comes to parenting. While he may step in for fun activities or when it suits him, the day to day care, discipline, and responsibility will usually fall on your shoulders. He doesn't see parenting as a true partnership, and he may even become annoyed if you ask him to share more of the load.
Kids are very messy. Will he lose his temper with them?
When the kids mess up or get upset, he is likely to lose his temper quickly. Instead of staying calm and helping them work through their feelings, he might raise his voice, scold harshly, or say things that could hurt their confidence. His reactions can be sudden and strong, making the children feel scared or unsure rather than safe.
If you guys have kids, will he still support your career?
He may not fully support your role as both a mother and your own person. While he might notice and appreciate what you do for the family now and then, he is likely to put his own needs and opinions first. He can struggle to see and respect your individual dreams outside of home life.
Will this man say one thing early on, maybe while dating, and then later after kids and marriage change his tune and try to make you give up your career?
Yes, he's the kind of man who might seem to support your career in the beginning, but could later ask you to step back or quit once you have a child. His support often has strings attached, and his true feelings may only show up when big changes happen in the family. If keeping your career matters to you, be cautious. His early words might not match his actions when life gets busier.
Next, let's see how this guy treats your parents. Will he be respectful with your parents?
He is more likely to act polite on the surface with your parents rather than showing real warmth. His behavior may seem friendly during visits or family events, but it doesn't come from a deep place of care or respect. Over time, your parents might notice that the affection feels forced or is only there when he wants something. He's far more likely to expect your family to adjust to him rather than trying to fit in himself.
What if your family creates stress or interferes a bit in your lives?
He is more likely to make things worse if your family creates stress or interferes. Instead of handling the situation calmly, he might react with anger, sharp words, or impatience. This can lead to bigger arguments or uncomfortable family gatherings.
Then let's analyze the role this guy's family will play in your life. Is this man modern with you but a completely different person when other people, say his parents or bosses, are around?
Yes, he's the kind of man who may act modern with you in private, but will expect you to play the role of a traditional, supportive wife in front of his relatives. At home, he might appear relaxed and open minded, but when family visits or during social occasions, he'll want you to dress, speak, and behave according to his family's expectations. This can feel confusing and exhausting, as you'll have to keep switching between different versions of yourself.
If there is tension between you and his parents, will he support you?
If there's tension, he is more likely to stay out of it or even side with his family instead of standing up for you. He may avoid getting involved, leave you to manage on your own, or quietly support his relatives just to keep peace on that side. Sometimes he may say nothing when you need him to speak up, making you feel alone or unsupported.
Say you have a conflict with his mother. What will this guy do?
He does show signs of being a mummy's boy. In a conflict with his mother, he is unlikely to choose your side openly or stand up for you, even when it's fair or needed. His mother's wishes and feelings often come first for him, and he may expect you to adapt or stay quiet to keep things smooth at home. This can leave you feeling second best and unsupported, especially during important disagreements.
Will he share all the private details of your relationship with his mother or sister?
Yes, he is likely to share details of your fights and private life with his mother or sister. Whenever there's a disagreement or sensitive issue, he may turn to them for advice or support, often telling them more than you'd wish. It can lead to outside interference in your marriage, extra criticism, and people taking sides.
Now let's zoom out and put it all together.
So that's the story. This guy scores a C. In many important ways, this guy is falling short of the standard we would want. Being in a relationship with him day in in and day out can feel like walking on a tightrope. There are moments of warmth and excitement, but they don't last, and his quick temper or unpredictable moods can make home life stressful.